And we're live.
You are, yeah.
We're live.
We're live on YouTube.com for the second time
Live
this
and in
week.
living color.
That's it. You can't get away from us. We're here, ready to go. This is Sunday Pour. Oh shit! Rookie mistake on my part. I had the other stream going to be sure we were live, and I had the audio on. Very rookie mistake. But I am a rookie.
A little bit of an echo going on.
Well, I got rid of it. Not anymore. We're good to go now.
All right.
Yeah, welcome to the show. We had a good one last night. Made our picks. I think some pretty good picks. We've hit on a couple already. A couple disappointing ones. Boise State looking at you. How have you been doing so far today? Also, St. Patrick's Day. Get that out of the way early. Have you been celebrating?
No. I mean, unless you count like 30 seconds ago when I poured my first drink. I just started celebrating just now. Little Doers, double aged. That is a Moretti.
Yeah, that's how we're celebrating. Prick to the end.
Man. Man.
Yeah,
who can't win? You know who can't win a big tournament game is that John Calipari.
Yeah, seriously, the guy just shrivels in March.
Do you think he gets the proper amount of abuse?
He's been doing it for a long time, losing big games. Probably. I mean, he's won before, and
once though, Anthony Davis.
Yeah. I don't think he deserves that much. He should get creamed for this. Like, you have no right losing to St. Peter's. St. Peter's has no right being in this game with you.
They lost. Think about this. They're about to lose.
Not over yet.
Oh, is that tie? Tie with a 3.
Yeah.
Cut it to
81-79, 21 seconds left.
Sunday Pour Jinx is in full effect live.
Yeah. Well, St. Peter's really should not be in this game. Kentucky's got to come out and, take care of business. But
just to put things in perspective a little bit, last night in the NIT, the number 1 seed in the MAC, Iona, who was the regular season champ, got beat by the 9th seed in the SEC, Florida. So the fact that Kentucky this is a bad sign all around for Kentucky.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I haven't watched that much of this game. Like, I don't know how this is possible.
Yeah, this is one of those. This is a 15 being the 2 is. When was the last time that happened? I mean, I know it's happened.
Last year it happened.
Oh,
Oral Roberts.
Oh yeah.
It happens more than you think. It happens a little bit more than you think, but not. I'd say maybe 8-9 times.
Yeah. No, it's definitely possible. This is why you're a 2 seed, not a 1 seed.
I guess so. I mean, I was very high on Iona and felt they could win a tourney game. But even if Iona had shown up in this game against Kentucky, I would have said, it's just no way.
Yeah, they just don't belong in the same court. But
the difference with this Kentucky team, why I like them more, because I always fade Kentucky in March, but why I like them was they have their stud freshmen, but they have a lot of upperclassmen on this team. The kid Grady, I think, is a junior or senior.
Grady didn't hit his shot until just now, or until like 30 seconds left in regulation.
Right, he had a big one. It looked like it was going to be the game winner. Right.
Yeah.
So I thought this would be different this year. Apparently not. I don't know anyone who saw this one coming though.
No, there's going to be a few brackets busted. Proverbial bracket buster.
This one right here
on game 1 on day 1.
This one right here is about to go down.
Yeah, I've been 4. It's the most I've done in a while. I've been 4, and I had Kentucky going pretty far in one of them. So this is wild. I can't believe they pulled it off. That's it. St. Peter's, man, unbelievable.
Where's St. Peter's? New York, New Jersey.
It sounds like I don't know. I don't know where St. Peter's is. I would say Jersey, but I have no idea. It sounds like a Jersey type place.
All those schools are around the same place.
Yeah. All right. So quick. Let's see. Right now we have Creighton, San Diego State is going on. Of course, I don't have a score for it. What What else? What else?
San Diego State's up 2 right now. Last I checked.
So they let him back in a little bit. Yeah, San Diego State's been in control for most of this game. Creighton not going away. Yeah, San Diego State's up 2, 32.8 seconds left. Yeah, I mean, this is the part of March Madness that drives me nuts. Are just the conferences constantly down the stretch. Referees meeting at the scores table.
You know what's even worse than the out of bounds review is there was a hard foul and we have to go review it for 10 minutes to see what the intent was.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. I mean, figure it out.
Yeah, they use it. I don't like they use it as like a crutch a lot. And I understand you gotta get the call right. That's important, but don't rely on it. It's like, that's what it was. And then if somebody at a TV is like, no, you got to check it out. There should be somebody like, no, look at it. Shouldn't, the ref shouldn't automatically go over. No, look it up. Make the call. If the guy watching TV says, no, you should check this out. It's close. Check it out.
There's an elbow, blatant elbow, blood all over the place.
Right. Yeah.
We're going to need a few flagrants handed out.
Right. There should definitely be a Band-Aid needed to check out a foul. That should be the rule. They used to be the rule.
Can't just. Oh, if there was blood?
Yeah. There's blood, it's a foul.
Yeah.
Just a foul, a shooting foul, not a flagrant.
So Creighton actually has a chance to pull it off here.
Yeah. It's funny how during the day, I was really busy at work today, and somehow I managed to watch a lot of hoops. And then I get home. There's a lot to do, and I have it on, but I can't really lock into games. But I mean, like the Michigan game, I watched a ton of that game. What else was on today? Like the Boise Memphis game, I watched a bunch of that. I had the Longwood game on a little bit. To my disappointment, I was waiting for him to turn it on. Tennessee's the real deal, though. And Tennessee, by the way, did not let up. Tennessee just took it to them. We talked about.
I didn't watch much of the second half of that game, so
no, there wasn't much to watch. But I did have it on a little bit, and we talked about kind of flexing your muscles last night. Tennessee, that's what Tennessee did today. They did not take the foot off the gas, and just wrecked them. Damn near killed them.
Tennessee looked pretty good. I'm still skeptical about Tennessee.
Fair enough.
Zaga had a scare.
I was going to ask you if you had any like irrational, because this tournament time is great time for irrational hatred. Teams that you never hear of or teams you see like once a year. I was going to ask you if you had any irrational hatred for anybody as of today, because mine is Gonzaga. Just like, come on.
I hate the coach's son because
that goes without saying.
What is it with the coach's son? Like, enough. Why every coach's son has to play for him?
Yeah, no, I'm not. The words "coach's son" is a label for a disappointing person.
You're asking for a beating.
Yeah. I can't think of one coach's son that I've ever liked.
No,
like played, like
not even
played,
in Little League.
Yeah, that I've go back to playing with. In sports growing up, and just on any kind of sport. Coach's son. Anybody in the NBA have their father coach them? I'm not putting a finger on it.
Not that I could think of. NBA, it's tough to do.
Yeah. All right.
So Mark Few's son grabbed an offensive rebound.
Yeah.
It was either him or some other asshole. I don't remember exactly. I had him laying 22. They're up 23. He grabs the board with 30 seconds on the dot and chucks up a three. Bricks it. Kid for who'd they play? Georgia State. Kid for Georgia State grabs the board, gets fouled. Other way, 2 free throws. They win by 21, Gonzaga. Because they dribble out the clock. And that just sent me on a spiral. I had Kentucky. That just sent me in a spiral. Now I need Kansas to just get back to even on the day. I'm going do or die in a 1 seed. I can't get cute with Vermont or who's looks like they're out to an 8-3 lead over here. I can't get cute with anybody. I gotta just go 1 seed or bust.
Oh, speaking of which, we got what do you call it starting soon? San Diego State, Murray State. That was
San
a Sunday.
Francisco.
San Francisco. All these teams blend together. Yeah, I got to put that one in. A couple 12 seeds went down.
It doesn't matter.
No, so you didn't wait. So you didn't lock into UConn? Because I was kind of hoping to get you going on UConn today.
No, that's why I didn't really see much of Kentucky.
So what happened? I saw the end of UConn. What happened?
All right. Well, number one, the kid for New Mexico just played out of his mind.
Yeah,
so I hate to start off.
Like
yeah, I hate to start off like tipping my cap, but he talked a lot of shit. But he backed it up. You know, it's going to be frustrating next round when he plays Vermont or Arkansas, and he probably scores like 9 points.
Yeah,
that's going to be aggravating, but that's just the way the tournament goes. I don't know. UConn doesn't have a guy like that that's just going to like drop 37. I feel like they took too long to wake up. It was like the same story last year in the tournament when they played Maryland. Lazy first half, and they tried to turn it on late in the second half, and it was like a little too late. They came back and tied it. But, I mean, the kid Teddy Allen, I think his name was, just pulling shots out of his ass. And, you know, it's no excuse, but, you know, Hurley is just like, he's a typical college coach. Like, he can recruit, but none of these guys can coach. Like, look at this, Creighton. Are they going to win it here? Go. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's college. They're just kids. I should have practiced that before I started the podcast. They're just kids. They're just kids. They dribble the ball behind the hoop with the game on the line.
Yeah, I was missing.
Fucking Creighton has alligator blood, man. This team just doesn't. Whenever I put on the TV and watch Creighton, they're unbelievable. They're like a top 15 team.
Shut them off then. Change the channel. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I held off on this game. I didn't. I liked San Diego State. You know what scared me was Colorado State, Wyoming, and Boise State. Between them, they played one good half, those three teams. It was Colorado State against Michigan.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then the spread went down to 2, and I was like, I know why that spread went down to 2. That was a direct reflection on how the conference is playing right now.
And that half was great too, man. They made it rain. They were like almost 50% from 3. And the fact that Michigan was in that game after one half was, I don't know if that was just lucky or whatever, but then they came out in the second half. They played pretty good D in the second half. A lot of tip balls, a lot of Michigan tip balls in the second half. And they're able to take over pretty handily at some point.
Not that my bracket is worth shit right now, but I have Michigan beating Tennessee in the next round.
All right. That's good.
I had Kentucky winning it all.
Oh, all right. Well, you might have.
But I could hang my hat on Michigan maybe in the Sweet 16. That's about it.
The West or the Midwest, whatever that is.
South.
Yeah.
Yeah. So UConn, no, it's inexcusable in my mind losing the game. You got to figure out a way to beat New Mexico. Even with a superhuman performance, like you got to beat New Mexico. I don't even know if it was New Mexico or New Mexico State. Both those teams fucking combined, you beat them.
You would think.
It's unacceptable. Disappointing. 2 straight years they've lost in the semis of the Big East and then first round of the tournament. So, yeah, I mean Hurley's entering territory where he's going to get a little chatter from the faithful. I think.
Okay. All right.
I think Calipari knocked him off the back page right for now, but
definitely
nationally at least.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, it's just disappointing, frustrating. Can't score in the half court. Cole waited too long to turn it on, and season's over.
Then Boise State, Memphis. Memphis got up to a huge lead in the first half. They're up like 35-19, 37-19, something like that.
Big, yeah, big.
Then Boise State made a nice run in the second half. Memphis was real cold. Boise State got so close and just ran out of gas. Just could not complete the comeback. Memphis pulled away at the end. That could have been a great game. It was a great game. Just the fact that Boise State was able to claw back into it a little bit, but just came up short in the end.
Yeah, these tournament games, man. I tell you, you talk about the NBA and no lead is safe because just the shot making ability and just the runs in the NBA.
Yep.
In college, no lead is safe, but it's the direct opposite. It's because teams will go 10 minutes without a field goal.
Yeah. Yep. They'll be lit on.
Some of these games, even when UConn went down 14, I was like, all right, this isn't good, but they're due to miss a few shots in New Mexico. Yeah. Even when Colorado State before in the first game of the day went up 15, I was like, all right, if Michigan can cut it to 10. I always feel like if you get it to single digits, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, they got to like 7 at halftime. Yeah, that's what I thought. The same thing.
That was huge. That was huge.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah,
once you go down,
10, all right.
Once you go down double digits in the first half or whatever, all right, you're in some shit. You're in some deep shit. Obviously, you got to just get it to like 9 or 8, and then then some things will start happening. Then it turns into anybody's game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, some of these teams just go ice cold. They don't hit a shot forever.
Yep. Yeah, plenty of that. And then the free throw things like you talked about, like that can easily, if a team just can't make their free throws, that can easily keep you in the game for a while.
The 1-and-1 keeps teams alive.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's all the imperfections about college that makes it so dramatic. And
it's amazing. It's been a great first day. It's been a great first day. This is the fucking best. It just you can't beat this. I'm so pissed that I'm not off today tomorrow. I wish I took the days off.
It's better than the Super Bowl. It's better.
Yeah, it is.
Today is better than the Super Bowl
for the fans. I mean, it's all day. It's from noon to noon till 1 o'clock in the morning. You can't. There's nothing is better. Nothing.
And it's 2 days in a row. It's literally really 4 days, but
Yeah, you'll have
for the sake of the first round
on the weekend. Yeah. No, today and tomorrow are unbelievable. You get some duds in there, but it's so much fun. You can't beat. Super Bowl is great, but you can't. I mean, you can't beat 12 plus hours of hoops.
We should. You have a problem with President's Day. Why don't we get rid of President's Day and make it the Friday of the tournament?
Oh man. I mean,
that'd be my platform right there if I ran.
I'm really kind of disappointed with our country, the state of our country right now, and it's because we don't prioritize things like this, like things that are fun, things that people like. I know it's like just sports, but in other countries, like they take days off for soccer and shit. Like kids get off from school for soccer and shit. Like why not? Like I had to be the bad guy in college and skip classes to watch basketball all day. I'm not the asshole. I just you only have so many of these. You know what I mean? Like, what good is it if you're not able to watch them? And in college, I think my brother told me, he's like, this is a luxury you only have in college. Is once you graduate and you work, you can't do this all the time. Now, as I'm going today, I'm thinking, I got to do this next year. I got to take the day off next year. Just have to.
Taking a half day tomorrow.
Yeah, see? Brilliant. Yeah, it's great.
I save up days just for March Madness.
But why not celebrate? Like, we're so lost. Like my office today was the same as any other day. There's a pool going on, but there's just no juice, no energy behind like this. And I'm not like a St. Patrick's guy, but like there's no celebration. Like nobody's bringing like cookies or anything. Like there should be some sort of juice behind it. Like these are the things that keep people sane. These are things that people love to do. Like reward the American people a little bit and just let them have a holiday for a sport. This is a fucking holiday.
Right. People want the day after Super Bowl. It should be one of these. It should be the Friday of March Madness. That should be the holiday.
I would take either one, but if I had a choice, it would be the Friday of March Madness.
Right, because the day after Super Bowl is just a hangover day. You're not doing anything on that day.
Right. Yep. Right, and then if it's Friday, that way you can come home, you can stay up late and watch hoops on Thursday night, watch it all the way through, and then wake up the next day, bacon, egg, and cheeses, send the kids off.
Oh, yeah. Right, it should be an adult holiday. The kids should have to go and stuff. Although that would suck for you. You got to think about your like 11-year-old self.
Yeah, no, yeah, I would definitely want to. If we can't have parents showing up at 3:30 picking up their kids like half in the back.
Right, exactly. Or forget about showing up half in the back. They'd be showing up like an hour late because Missouri Ole Miss went to overtime or something. They got away from me. They got away from me.
Yep. Exactly. I'm all for it. It's really disappointing. We don't embrace the things that make us special. Like we don't really have a lot of like American culture, so to speak, but we could hang our hats on college basketball and the NFL as things we all kind of bond together with. But we just don't. We just refuse to. We refuse to, and it's kind of it stays in its section. I mean, a bunch of people still partake and watch and procrastinate at work, but it should be something done on a national level to keep us all engaged. If I had a job where it was to like be a part of this, like a reporter or cameraman or whatever it is, like if you're just a job to like be at these games or a job to watch all these games, it's great.
Yeah,
I mean that's a very small percentage of the fans of this stuff. But
yeah,
there's no.
We should try and go. Like, have you ever been to a tournament game?
Yeah, I was at the Meadowlands in it was actually I saw Calipari when he was at UMass. It was UMass Oklahoma State. So Canby and Lou Rowe and Bryant Reeves. Big country.
Oh, so this is that's like the first 95? Tournament I ever that's the first Final Four I ever watched, or at least I remember watching. Mm-hmm. That's my first memory of college basketball is big country Bryant Reeves going up against UCLA in the Final Four.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, nice. Yes, Calipari's been doing this
for big country.
Of course, yeah.
Was UMass in that no, UMass lost in the Elite Eight
to Oklahoma State, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yes, and then the UCLA went on to play Arkansas, I want to say.
That sounds 95. That sounds right. Yes.
Yeah, because they tried to go back. To back, I think.
Right, Scotty Thurman. Yeah.
Okay.
Year before Scotty Thurman.
That was the Tyus Edney year.
Yeah. 95.
Tyus
Edney year. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That's the only tournament game I've been to. Although I was at a, I think it was a old Mac or old NEC. I'm not sure what they were at the time. Championship game. It was Mar. I don't even know who Marist played, but it was Marist versus whoever on Marist home court, and they lost to go to the dance. Oh. Yeah, it was a raucous crowd. That's a small gym, and they packed it in. It's not like tiny, but it's a small space for that. And like all Poughkeepsie was there, man, and they lost. That was a good team. I could name more players in that Marist team than I can a lot of better teams from the 90s.
Anybody go pro?
No, not in that team. There was a kid, Kareem Hill, who played in Europe. That kid could throw it down. He was like a poor man's Sean Kemp.
Oh, Rainmaker.
He was good, yeah. Yep. And there's a few players who could make it rain.
See, it brings us all together. Holiday. Yeah. We need a holiday.
Yeah. Really should. It's yeah, I don't know why. We run away from who we are. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's an American failure is what it is.
Yeah. Wednesday morning, my dental hygienist, I went into the dentist's office before work, and she was like, "Yeah, you doing anything for a holiday tomorrow?" And I was like, "Well, I know you're referring to St. Patrick's Day, but tomorrow's the first day of the NCAA tournament, so I'll be doing everything I can to be watching as much basketball as possible."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you go out for the games?" And I was like, "Well, I try and watch some at my desk at work, And she was like, "Oh, they start during the day." So I guess not everybody knows. I mean, she's like maybe in her 50s, I guess not everybody knows. Not quite the Super Bowl, but she knew enough. Like she knew there was a tournament.
Well, yeah, I guess people don't get locked into it, but at the same time, like maybe this dental hygienist is just in a smaller office, whatever. But like every office in the country, there's a pool. Everybody's got a bracket. Everybody's like involved. So,
I don't know about this. I don't know about this office.
If it's a small office, it might not do it. If it's like 6 people or something, but I mean, like, it's something that you can like. It's always like Karen from accounting won because you picked their team player favorite color or something. You know what I mean?
Right. She has her alma mater going to the Final Four. That's an 8 seed just by dumb luck.
Oh, yeah. The girl I work with has UNC Villanova because she's from Charlotte. So she's like, yeah, I couldn't pick anybody else but UNC. And I'm like, doing it wrong. You can't bet with your heart. Meanwhile, my bracket's busted. I'm out. And she's gonna be in first place of the last weekend.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But that's what makes it fucking great, though. That's what makes it such a fun fucking month, 3 weeks of games, whatever it is, and then, the first weekend.
Creighton's big man looks like he left with a serious injury.
Yeah, that he went down. He was grabbing his knee. That's never good. That is never good.
Did you you locked in San Francisco?
Yeah.
I'm debating. All right, I'm gonna let it. I've been kind of cold today. Gonzaga fucked me up. Gonzaga really fucked me up.
Wow, man, Creighton.
I was on the verge, man. I was on the verge of getting hot. I lost with South Dakota State. That was disappointing. By the way, South Dakota's look at this. Creighton just keeps coming, man. Unbelievable. So tough day for the Mountain West. It was shaping up to be, at least. Real quick on South Dakota State. Did you see the end of this game?
South Dakota State.
Did you see the foul call?
No, I didn't.
Okay. He got basically the end of the game was Providence was up 3, and 3-point shooter got fouled.
Oh, wait, the non-foul call.
No, it was a foul. They called the foul.
What was the game where somebody got hit on the hit like here on a 3-point shot and they didn't call it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
End of the game?
Yeah, towards the end of the game. Yeah, it was under a minute, I think. Somebody got like hit on the elbow as they're shooting. No call. I don't think it was the Providence game though.
Well, anyways, South Dakota was down 9. They cut it to 3, right, with 58 seconds left, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're still in the 1-1. Don't you feel like you have to press the ball there? 58 seconds left.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to play some D. Yeah.
Man, he let him dribble the ball up the floor, run the shot clock all the way down, and then the 3-point shooter got fouled. Questionable call, but I'm more mad at the coach than anything.
Ooh.
Here comes San Diego State, chance to tie or win the game right here.
Yeah,
to
down
the hoop.
2 to the rack.
Oh,
foul. Oh, loose ball. Oh, what is? Oh,
I think they're gonna call a timeout here.
Yep.
And draw their best play.
I thought he saved it from out of bounds, and now is the ball game. Because if you kept that ball in, the game's over. Nobody's picking it up, getting set, shooting.
So San Diego State, they go for the win here.
They let them play. I don't know. It depends on who the personnel is. Might as well. If you think you get a good shot, he got to the rack pretty easily there.
Yeah, well, their big man's out. Maybe they're probably going to go for the win.
Wow.
How do you not put that home? I know.
I guess it was a tough shot. Yeah, he's under the hoop, kind of flying by.
The amount of missed layups in college, though, it's just absurd. It really is. So I didn't like the South Dakota coach's strategy at the end of the game there. And apparently he's a big name for a bigger job, so he's Eric Henderson is his name. I've already put him in the mental file to bet against him in March going forward when he gets a bigger job.
All right, good. Yeah,
doesn't have the chops.
You know what he is in a big spot.
None of these college coaches are that great in game, like in crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them really make good decisions down the stretch?
No, I
like
mean,
there's
it's more
the
bad.
only one that stands out to me is Patino.
I mean,
The
like,
only guy that stands out to me.
Say what you will, but like Krzyzewski is pretty good, or very good. He usually has the talent. You know what I mean? It's not like he has to. Not like he has to like.
Has he ever dragged a team to the Final Four though? He's always had the best team.
That's really like that's a tall order. Dragging a team to the Final Four is like a once in a career type thing for a select few.
Right, but he's been a 3 or 4 seed a couple times, 6 seed. Those teams have never gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he usually plays to his seed. I feel like he's never gone above expectations, and I've seen other coaches do that. I even saw Calipari do that the year they played UConn. They were the 8th seed in the finals.
Yeah.
I don't see. Well, we'll see. We'll see if he does it this year. He's got one more crack at it, Coach K.
That was a very good team, though. That 8th seed weren't they?
Oh yeah, they underachieved. It was Julius Randle. Like they underachieved all year. That's why they were an 8th seed.
Right. Oh, what is
there's nothing
there you go. There you have
worse.
It. San Diego State doesn't even get a shot off, and there you have it.
There's nothing more deflating than not even getting a shot off.
That was a bad play. I don't know why they're running the old picket fence. One guy.
Why would you throw it into that guy?
Oh, and then handing it off. Just
you don't have that much time.
The one guy who that doesn't spend the game making passes.
Jeez.
His job is to handle the ball and get it
inbounding the ball like you got all kinds of time.
Getting into the hands of the shooter in the right spot.
All right, and we'll make another cross off on the old bracket. San Diego State.
San Diego State pulled it off. I would have had a great day, but instead it's going to be decent. Richmond made me, man. I'm telling you, Richmond. You've been listening to this show since Sunday. You've been listening to this show since Sunday. I handed you Richmond on a platter. I gave it to you Sunday. I gave it to you yesterday, and I gave it to you today. They gave it to you today. The Spiders.
Richmond has been one of the only bright spots today for me. I had Richmond getting 10.
Oh, I had a money line, baby.
Yeah. Plus 412.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't afford to really do money lines right now. I'm in the hole.
Speaking of crazy money lines, I got not crazy.
Why would you make that free throw?
Oh man, what's going on
here?
He probably didn't. They probably she's probably like a 48% shooter. Like just let him shoot it.
Yeah, I know. Fuck it up on his own.
So it's not a crazy money line, but
what was it? I saw a plus 412 on my site.
No, not the different game. But I got as like a promotion, I got plus 100 on Gonzaga money line. So like $50, maximum. But like, it's easy money, easy money, $50, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you put it in, and of course, like it's tight. Like right down to like what? Maybe they want to earn like 12 minutes left in the game is when they pulled away.
21-0 run, yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm like I was swearing that the fix was in. I'm like, there's no way this fucking team is in it with Gonzaga. No way.
I always think the fixes are in with those promotions when they're like, oh, we'll give you. I remember whenever there's a horse race and there's an overwhelming favorite, and they're like, we'll give you 5-1 odds.
Well, horses, the fix is definitely in.
Right, but I correlate it to like this too. I'm like, it's fixed all around. But by the way, Gonzaga, same bitch ass Gonzaga team.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm.
Yeah, I feel like Jack Parkman when Wild Thing's coming out of the bullpen. different haircut, same tired arm. That's Gonzaga.
Didn't end well for Jack Parkman. Let's just remember that.
It did not. But Gonzaga is no Rick Vaughn.
No, they are not.
Yeah, I don't. It's funny,
but you get a plus number on a number 1 seed. You got to take it, and
you
in the
have
first
to.
round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you have to. And it's funny. Evan Washburn over here interviewing Vermont's coach, the German thieving stable boy Evan Washburn. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I had no idea who to pick coming into this, and now after watching day one, I'm like, maybe whoever. I'm gonna probably find a team day two because nobody has been overly impressive. At least nobody that you think is gonna win. Like St. Peter's obviously impressive, but they're not winning it. Like
Creighton
right now is
Creighton is the impressive one right now.
I mean, Creighton just keeps coming.
Right. Well, that kind of grit goes a long way in March. So he might definitely was not high in Creighton at all. Now I'm rethinking it because they were not in control of that game and they just hung around, made their move, took it in OT here. That's a tough team.
They're losing their big man though. I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
That's gonna be tough.
Is there a team
who's like who? I mean, there's 4 more games going on. We got so what's gonna be the late tip? Kansas gonna be the late tip. UCLA just tipped. Vermont's down 5. Who am I missing?
Someone else Carolina looked great. I didn't catch any of that Carolina game, but they look great.
No, neither did I. Marquette is who we thought they were.
Yeah. And
Marquette tried to tell us all year who they were.
I think Tennessee and Carolina played the 2 most complete games because even like Memphis struggled in the second half. I guess Baylor. I didn't watch a second of Baylor. I watched more of the Carolina game than I did of Baylor.
Yeah, I could thank Baylor for a profitable day.
Yeah, but you can't. But like Baylor, but you can't. You don't expect to come away like impressed with Baylor. Wiping Norfolk State. You just
right. I'm just thinking who was the winner of the day. Like who we come away being like, this team can win it. Like Baylor's obviously very easy. They played Norfolk State.
I don't know if we've had that game yet.
Gonzaga, it's negative feelings, right? It's just like, this team's gonna bow out to somebody.
Yeah, just because it took them 3/4 of the game to pull away. I mean, Georgia State hung with them the whole time. They were going shot for shot with them. Yeah, I would say if anything, I'd say it's Tennessee, Carolina. Like I want to give Michigan a half a point, and I want to give Providence half a point, only because I was so down on Providence coming into this.
Right, but you don't think Michigan or Providence could win it all, do you?
No, Michigan. No. We can see Michigan in the Elite Eight. I mean, I can see them making a little push, but not going too far.
Yeah, feels wide open though. I think I would if you let me take a team. If I gave you odds on who's going to win it all, a team that played today or a team that's going to play tomorrow, I think you would take tomorrow.
Ooh, I like that.
Now, it's more teams tomorrow, right? Because obviously 16 teams are out. There's a few games left, but, half the teams have already lost.
Right. Well, yeah, but it's going to be cut down the same way.
Right. It's going to be cut down, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's been a while since I bowed out of the bracket on the first day. It's kind of a new, it's just something I don't have to think about now. Just get in with my bets.
Difference is if you stick with today, you have 3 number ones. You have 1 number 1 tomorrow. You got
Auburn tomorrow though.
Yep.
Purdue tomorrow.
Yep.
Duke, Texas Tech, Nova, Illinois.
You're probably taking the Friday slate.
Yeah.
Just based on that, yeah. Of course, there are more teams, but I think just based on Kentucky's still in. Maybe it's a different story. You're thinking something else, but Yeah, you get Kansas tonight. Yeah, I think you're going tomorrow, regardless. Based on merit, not based on numbers.
No. Yeah, wild. So, Murray State. That's the game I forgot. Murray State is tipping off at 10:15.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not that much of a prick.
Oh, Guinness. All right.
Yeah.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, I got my buddies in Dublin.
Yeah.
He is living it up over there. He went all day today, man.
He's lives there or is vacation?
No, he just vacation there. Yeah. So he sent a text at like 3:30 in the morning, our time. So that's like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning over there, depending on what exact time it was. We'll say 8:30 for story's sake.
Yeah, like 6 hours, right?
And it was just a picture of this Breakfast of Champions.
Guinness.
And then
I had one Guinness on Sunday.
Good.
With corned beef. I could do like one, couple a year.
I like Guinness. I could do more.
I'm not really a huge fan. I could do one.
No, I could put a few back in a sitting.
You could do a 6-pack?
6 probably too much. You're heavy.
That's my problem. It's like if I can't drink 6, what the fuck's the point?
I can do a good 3. I can do 3 maybe.
Okay, yeah.
I like them.
I like the car bombs because it's just a half, right? You do like a half a pour. Oh man, I almost.
Yeah.
There's a Mexican restaurant around the corner from where I work, and I happened to Google what their specials were because I know they have a happy hour that starts at noon. So I considered going in there today. I go on their website. They were doing $5 Guinness and $8 car bombs. And it's their happy hours from 12 to 7. It's the only happy hour in New Haven that has those type of hours. And I've been in there once. It's not great, but I just respect the hell out of the early happy hour start because a happy hour usually starts 3 or 3 at the earliest, 4, but usually more like 4.
Yeah,
I take care of the people that come in there at like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Like, why don't they get a deal? Right? Take care of your lunch crowd.
What's the name of this place?
Te Amo.
That's very sweet of you, but what's the name of the place? Did I tell you a couple weeks ago? I went to a bar at lunchtime. I just needed a beer. Like you ever get that? Just needed to get away from the office, have one.
A couple times, yeah.
Just to feel like a fucking human for 10 minutes. There's a brewery right by the office. So I'll pop in there. Like there's always a little bit of a crowd in there. I pop in there, sit down, have a beer, just hang for a minute. I sat down at the bar, got ignored for like a couple minutes. Not that crowded. Guy looks over his shoulder at me and says, "Hey, I'll be right with you." All right. Wait another couple minutes. He comes back around. He goes, "You need anything?" I was like, "I just a menu right now." He's like, "All right, just a second." Goes and starts pouring a flight of beers for people, like the 4 tasting, the 4s.
Yeah.
And I walked out. I'm like, "You can't fucking hand me a menu." That's all I asked for is a fucking menu. All you gotta do is slide me a piece of paper. That's it. So I left. I'll never go back. I'm never stepping foot in there again. Never.
It wasn't one of those wasn't one of those places where you got to put your phone on the. You ever see one of these things where you got to like open up your camera and put it over the barcode, and that's how you get the menu on your phone?
I mean, maybe no, because I had been there one time before, and I'd gotten a menu, like a paper menu or a plastic menu, whatever. But
I like a physical menu for the record.
Yeah, I don't want to have to go on my phone for it. But even if it was on the phone, all you gotta do is, point to the thing, like, scan that. You get it on your phone. But you can't even, if you can't even fucking do that, I'm never going in there again. I'll even fucking tell you the name of it, so you never go in there either.
All right. Let me see. What's it called?
I gotta look it up. So, half full brewery. I think that's what it is. Yeah, half full brewery. 4.5 stars here. Bullshit. That's bullshit. They're trash.
Half full, more like half empty.
Yeah, now they are. So, like, I had to find a place to get a drink. So I walked down the street just, like, looking. Like, I'd been in this area a million times, but I'd never had a drink anywhere besides here. It's on the other side of Stanford, not where, like, Bobby V's is. So I'm like, well, I was just going to fucking Bobby V's. So now I'm, like, wandering.
Yeah, why didn't you?
Because this place is closer, and I was like, oh, I'd been there one time before because it's I got a coffee there because I went in there to check it out one time. And I was like, all right, and I think I got like a 4-pack just to try it one time. Because like I said, I just was like checking it out. This is the first time I was gonna go in there and sit down and have a drink, and completely ignored. So like I had to go wander, and I find this restaurant like it's maybe 1:30, and I don't know if this is like a dinner only type place or like a lunch place, but there is nobody in there. It was empty, but like a long bar, and I forget what the name of this place is. I don't want to call them out because they're nice people, but what happens is like ridiculous. I go and I sit down at the bar, and a guy comes out and he's like, "Oh, here you go. I'll get you a menu." I was like, No. I saw like there's Bud bottle back there. I was like, I just want a Bud. Let's have a Bud and hang out. He's like, it's like just wait, he goes, Bud Light? And I go, no, a Bud. He goes, what do you mean? Is it Bud Light? I go, no, Bud. And I'm pointing to it. He goes, show me. So right next to the Bud Light is the Bud, like the red bottle. I'm like, that one.
How old is this guy? How old?
I don't know. He's got to be, he's old enough. I was mid-30. I don't know. Might have been his place. Old enough.
Okay.
So and he's like, oh, Budweiser. I'm like, okay. All right. So I didn't say the full thing. Maybe he could have been, and I'm not like saying anything negative, but he might have been like an immigrant. I don't know. We didn't like have a long enough talk. We might not have known that we call it like Bud or whatever. I don't know. So I'm like, so we figured out Budweiser. All right, gives it to me, and then I put it down in like a minute, and he's like, "You want something to eat?" I was like, "No, I had already eaten lunch." He's like, "No, I'm good." He's like, "Well, I'll take another one of these." He's like, "That's it?" I was like, "Yeah, just I take another one." He's like, as he brings me the bottle, he's like, "I'll bring you some bread. All right, you want some bread?" I was like, No, I'm good, man. Like it's 2 beers. He's like, "No, but you're drinking without eating. It's no good." And I was like, No, I'm fine. Like I had lunch already. I just needed a drink. I just wanted to have a drink.
Jeez. Guy, your fucking physician?
My sponsor. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah. I've never encountered.
Can I call you an Uber? Yeah.
I've never encountered that at a bar before. It's crazy.
What kind of bar was this?
This is like a restaurant, but it had a long bar, like right when you walked in. So I figured, they knew what they were doing.
Fair game.
Yeah. But I can't go in there. It's like they get mothered by this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slice of bread. Make him happy.
I wasn't hungry.
Have him bring the oil out, little pepper.
I just
make the guy happy.
Was not that kind of restaurant. If it was that kind of restaurant, I would have, but it was not.
What kind of bread was it?
Oh, I didn't get it. No, I didn't even take it. I just need it. There's like the art of the dive bar. It's
dude, I was thinking about that today, like because it was St. Patrick's Day. And choose my words carefully, but like everything in New Haven now is like some vegan, noodle house, some farm to table bullshit. It's like where is like the sports bar? Where is like 2 Irish pubs closed recently? Like what why are we closing pubs? Where are young people going?
Well, that's a thing. I think is
fucking Starbucks cocksuckers. There's one of those on every corner.
I think there's a problem because like it became like a trendy or like cool to like be a dive bar, but not actually be a dive bar. To look like a dive bar, but not actually be a dive bar. Mm-hmm. So, like Okay, so I know a few bars. Like there's one in North Haven next to the deli over there that is a real dive bar. And you walk in there, like if you're a woman, you do not walk in there. Like it's not dangerous, but you don't walk in there by yourself if you're a woman.
Yeah.
And if you sit at the bar, like it could get a little rowdy, but if you're an outsider, you're getting eyeballs. Straight up dive bar. You just know it when you
No,
walk
it's a fair thing to say women shouldn't walk in there. Like it's a place you tell your wife like you don't go there.
Right, unless I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you stay close.
Yeah.
But there's like this trend where it's like, oh, it's cool. Like it's like you see like speakeasies now, where it's like, oh, we're like the atmosphere of like a speakeasy from the Roaring '20s or whatever, which I guess is fine because that's 100 years ago. So you're not stealing that from anybody that's actually happening. But like a real dive bar, so much different than like a trendy dive bar.
Yeah.
I just think it's the place where like a real dive bar, there's got to be people at the bar at 2:00 in the afternoon. Like there's got to be like blinds like this, like kind of half open. Like
can't be too light in there.
Cannot be bright at all. No. Not the light has to be like through dust and like particles in the air.
Yeah, it can't smell too good either.
No, you got to smell beer from 1987. Like
it's got to smell like a dive bar. Yeah,
there's got to be beer like seeped into that bar for at least 2 decades. Yeah,
and like a stain somewhere on the floor that's like that may have been a body at some point.
Questionable stain. Yeah,
right. They didn't quite scrub it all. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So I mean, like I do appreciate the dive bars, like the Fugazi ones. Like I appreciate the attempt. Because maybe I don't know, maybe they'll have like Pabst there, or maybe they'll have like a Pabst and Wild Turkey special or something like that. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the attempt to kind of capture the feel of it, but it's impossible to capture the feel of it if you're trying to be a dive bar. You can never actually be a dive bar.
It just kind of happens. It has to happen organically.
Yeah,
I'll give you a place that's not a dive bar. But you just mentioned like the Pabst Wild Turkey special. There's a place up in Mystic where you're not going to find a dive bar. It's a beach town, a little bougie. I like it though. I like the town. There is a burger place called the Engine Room.
Okay.
You go in there. It's one of the few places that's not really a seafood place up there. It's a burger joint. Mm-hmm. They have a special on the menu. It's called the Danny K. So Danny K.
Just the letter K, not K.
The letter K.
Nice.
Just the letter K.
Yeah.
It is a Budweiser and a Jack Daniels on the rocks for like $7.
All right, worth the trip to Mystic. Yeah.
Not a dive bar. It's fucking like bougie Connecticut people up there, but. Like if you're looking for like best bang for your buck, how do we? Oh, because you were mentioning like the Wild Turkey special.
Yeah,
these are the things I seek out and I like report back to people. This place isn't going to rip you for a brown and a beer.
No, it's a find right there. That is a good find for sure.
That's great. It's on like the main menu online too. It's like I look at it every once in a while. Like, oh man, that's awesome.
There's one in Stanford. There is a good dive bar. That's a legit dive. That I don't know. It's at the end of a residential street. Like you couldn't actually build it today, but it's been there for so long they like grandfathered it in. So it's it's legitimately across the street from houses, and on the same road like as houses. And
property value must be great.
It's not the best area, but it's not. I'm sure it's safe. I'm sure you feel safe when you walk your kids down the street there. I'm sure they were packed today, but it's like, how it's like it's almost like something that you'd see. I think it's kind of seafoody. I think they have like seafood specials there, like fried shrimp or whatever. But you go in there, it's the same crowd. I haven't been in there in years, but I'm sure I'd recognize at least two faces. Actually, I think the girl who used to bartend there owns it now. So I
where is
want
it?
to know at least one
Stanford?
place. In Stanford. It is. I got to get back there. It's a great bar. I spent a lot of time there when I first moved back here. It is a great bar.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because
Need places like that.
It's divey, like the same crowd is in there. Like I used to, part of my old job was to drive my boss and like his employer to lunch there on Tuesdays, and they would sit there and just get hammered on and I would just drive them back like after it was all done. So I
would he let you drink with him?
I mean, I wouldn't because I did drive. My boss was drinking. I had to drive him back to like Orange. So I mean, I had drank with him a couple times, but I don't think I ever got real shit faced with him though.
Right. Okay.
There was one time when
responsible.
It was one time where it was a Tuesday, and he was like, I'm going to take him up to New Haven. He's like, we're going to take him to Pepe's for lunch. He's like, you order because that's what you know. You order for the table, and then we're going to go to. Speaking of dive bars, where do we go?
Smitty's?
No, it was. It's the. How do I put this? It's the place where VA bartended, but before he was bartended there.
Oh, Richter's.
Right. So we went to Richter's, and
then a half yard.
I don't remember. They sat at the bar for hours. They said we went to lunch, and we probably didn't leave until like 10 o'clock from Richter's, and I had to drive him back to. I had to drive him back to Stanford, and like
You're on the clock the whole time.
Yeah, on the clock the whole time. Yep. I just kind of hung out. I just kind of was hanging out, just like waiting, watching them have a good time. Go make a phone call, come back in, whatever. I mean, that can involve me, but like it's tough to be like the sober one when a bunch of guys are just getting bombed. And these guys are nice, but like at the same time. So we get in the car. We had like some, whatever gigantic Toyota because it was a Toyota dealership that I was working for, and we're getting some Toyota, and so there's like the owner of the dealership, his brother, who's like this burnout, who would drive the courtesy vehicle, and I don't know, maybe like the owner's son, who had the gout but still drank like it was going out of style, like he was drinking like they were like it was prohibition, and they were breaking open the barrels outside. All of them did, and plus my boss was there. We get in the car, and I remember I had to make a U-turn to kind of get back going towards 95. So I get in the car, I swing it around. As I'm like in the middle of the street swinging around, I hear the sounds of a lighter in the way back of the car. And all of a sudden, I just get the whiff, like, oh, there it is. And it was the brother, the burnout, and the son, both like ripping a joint in the way back. And like my boss going, oh, no, you can't do that. And then the actual owner, like the big boss, just like so fucked up, did not care at all, just like mumbling, and they smoked the joint on the way back.
This sounds like you were a driver for connected people. You're like Furio Junta.
No, these people are not. These people were lucky to be connected to their livers. That was it.
Did you pick the guy up at his house?
Yeah, no, I drove them. I picked them up like at work, but then I drove them all back to their homes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if like the wife offered you coffee or something.
No. By the time I got back, the wife was probably throwing shit at the walls. Fucking shit faced at 11 o'clock at night. Drinking.
There was
12 hours straight. One
of the only St. Patrick's Days I could ever remember.
Yeah.
Literally. It was the reason I remember it was because we went to the dive bar in town that we used to go to, and it was the Saturday of the tournament.
Nice. Okay.
So it was 2000, I believe 7.
Okay.
It was the year Greg Oden made the run with Ohio State, Mike Conley.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Zay. We were there at 10 a.m. and this isn't an Irish bar at all. It's a dive bar.
Yeah.
So any excuse, like just mainly all Italians that went there. But all right, it's St. Patrick's Day. We'll all go down because they say they'll open at 10 a.m. We're there. Like if you offer the regulars a bunch of drunks and say you're going to open at 10 in the morning, all right, 10:02. We'll see you then. So we go down there, and this is 2 hours before game started. 10 in the morning. We ended up closing the place down. We were probably there like 14 hours. Now, part of the reason is we're underage, so we didn't really have the options. We didn't really have the options to go to many other places.
You go where you're served.
You're right, but Ohio State Xavier that day, the best Gus Johnson call of all time.
Yes, yep.
To tie the game in Lexington.
CBS best. Sports. This
is March Madness. Ha. Yeah, this the tournament does miss Gus.
Yeah, he was good. He was good in the Big East tournament last week.
Yeah, it is nice to have him in the Big East tournament. I do like that.
Yep.
But yeah, so just know Gus. If you watch Gus's best call, Sean Miller, you'll see him on the sideline for Xavier long before the wiretaps. That was on St. Patrick's Day, 2007.
Is that kid, the bartender? Is he still a prominent figure in local politics?
Yeah, I think so. He's not the town attorney anymore because his party got voted out. But
okay,
he's some sort of representative for the town or for the certain district.
Gotcha. His
name. I don't
know
exactly. Yeah, that was my last. Before I moved out of East Haven, that was like my last gift to the town of East Haven. Is I voted for him to be whatever the fuck. I didn't even know what else. It was like some random Tuesday. It wasn't even election day. I went down there, played multiple choice, and voted him in.
He's in my phone, and my son saw it the other day. I was like, "Who's this guy?" Oh, the name he'd never seen before. And I explained to him, how I knew him and what he did. And he's like, "You're telling me a bartender does that?" And I was like, "Well, it's not a bartender anymore."
Like, no, we wish.
Yeah,
it's back when he had a respectable job.
Yeah, seriously, provided a real public service.
Right.
Sure. He's one of the better bartenders I ever had.
Because he was a politician. He was a politician back then. Like he knew how to play the game.
He incriminated himself more than anything, though.
Well, he put himself on the line when at the Rib House. He said he would work Sunday afternoons, and he put his own money into all those TVs that they bought. Like the Rib House did not. They had one TV.
A bubble TV behind the bar. Yep. Change the channel.
Yeah, you used to have to go up there. Yeah, turn the fucking dial in order to change it.
Hold the antenna. Hold the button.
Right. So he put his own money into all those TVs, and then
I didn't know that.
He basically told me like just bring underage people in. He just wanted to make his money back on the TVs.
Yeah, it was a good spot.
Yeah, so it was a great spot. And I forgot I had another point, but
I do have to say
fucking Doers is excellent.
I mentioned my son, and he did. He's going to get a credit as a producer on the show. He is. He's the one who set me up. You see in the corner there, which is powered by StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we do all the streaming live stuff, like to get on the YouTube. That's all through him. He hooked it up. I had no idea how to do any of this stuff. I mean, I was trying to figure it out. I mean, he's an employee now.
Oh shit! Better get the benefits.
Well, he's an unpaid intern, so.
Oh, okay.
You need a cup of coffee? I'll have him get coffee right now. I'll wake him up. I'll get him some coffee. He was disappointed. He wanted to hang out and watch, but school night.
Tournament though, you should have let him come. St. Peter's, Kentucky. St. Peter's, Kentucky may have made him a fan for life.
Well, yeah, because UConn might have ruined him for life.
UConn, yeah. Well, he was born at the wrong time, I guess, for UConn. I've already had the internal talk with myself that I'm done watching. I mean, I'm done
winning.
I mean, Yeah, no, I've already had the discussion with myself that I sold my soul to the devil for Kemba and Shabazz, and I'm done now.
I'm not upset.
It was like what Peter Griffin sold his soul twice. Like one was for Rush tickets, and I forget what the other one was. Like I sold my soul for 2 championships. I'm never gonna see them even come close again.
Hopefully,
we'll see. Hurley can recruit, but he's got to none of these coaches can fucking coach. Calipari. Come on, Cal. Come on, St. Peter's. I've been waiting for Iona to win a tournament game forever from out of the MAC, and you let fucking St. Peter's do it? Jesus.
That's probably bad news. For Iona, if you're just playing the percentages.
Iona got cucked by St. Peter's.
They took what was rightfully theirs.
They did.
They did.
Iona, Kentucky.
They gave it to him. Well, no, a Ryder beat him, right? A Ryder gave it to him.
Ryder beat him, yeah.
Yep.
So what do we got? Arkansas is at the half, up 7. So I was thinking about betting Vermont, but I held off because I've just been cold today. Thanks to fucking Mark Few or whatever his son's name is. It's funny. It's just tailspin. It gets any into a tailspin, man. One play.
Yep.
That's all it takes. Looks like Akron's got a lead. 5 minutes left in that game. Akron's up 3. Murray State's up 2 here. It's early, and Kansas is tipping off at 10:43. I'll be staying up late with that one. Laying 21, I think I'm laying.
Still plenty of hoops to go. Plenty of hoops here on day 1 of the tournament.
Oh, a lot. Yeah, a lot. That Kansas game isn't going to be over till 1.
Oh, man. And I got a long night tomorrow night with the Hall closing it out.
Oh, yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be like it's going to be as fun as like swimming with sharks. With like
Jamie Dixon.
With like dead rabbits tied to your waist.
And you're gonna get like the side by side Kevin Willard and Jamie Dixon. I'm sure they coached against each other at some point, right?
Yeah.
How long's Willard been there? Yeah. Well, I mean, Dixon. Yeah. They've coached against each other. You're gonna get a side by side of that little photo. That's gonna be you tomorrow, tipping off at 10:43.
Yeah, I can't wait. But I mean, it's gonna be over so quick, and it's gonna be. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be ugly. They're gonna come out. It's gonna be flat. They're not gonna be hitting shots at all. There's gonna be a lot of missed shots.
I'm gonna need TCU too, for the record. I already know I'm gonna need TCU.
I mean, I'll be rooting for the Hall, but I have no doubt that you're gonna be. It's a good play. TCU is a good play.
I think they can give Zona a game, to be honest.
Yeah, why not?
Any of these 1 seeds today? I mean, we already know. Let's assume Kansas advances. Obviously, we got Memphis, Zaga, UNC, Baylor, Creighton, Kansas. I said 1 seed's going to go down in the second round. You see any? You know what? Memphis or I don't know.
I have no reason to believe it except for like it makes sense that Baylor would go down because it's so hard to get back there, especially after winning it. It's so hard to get back to the Final Four. You spend all season kind of like with the target on your back, and then you're in the tournament, and people are looking to axe you. I have no idea. It just makes sense, like narrative wise. Gonzaga, we saw, they're beatable. We saw that today. So could very, they were there last year too. Could very easily with them make, hard to make a run in that route.
Yeah, Memphis. And then Creighton, Kansas.
Yeah, I'm not ready to. I'm not as much as like Creighton impressed me. I'm not ready to get behind him against number 1. But I don't see, they could probably give him a run. But I'm not ready to. Kansas, Arizona is too. The number 1s are so uninspiring this year.
I know. I agree.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I mean the 2s have more appeal. If you look at the 2s, obviously Kentucky's out, but like Kentucky, Duke, Nova, Like it's brand names.
Yep.
Kentucky. I've my whole life I've faded Kentucky.
This was the day to do it. This was the day.
This was the year I outsmarted myself. I fell in love with Kentucky.
It was bound to happen.
I like even the year with Towns where they were undefeated and they lost to Wisconsin. I refused to pick Kentucky.
Oh yeah,
the year, yeah. And even the Anthony Davis year where they actually won, I just wouldn't pick Kentucky. Like I've always faded them. I don't know why I talked myself into them this year.
Well, those one and done teams are always tough to get behind anyway.
I know, but they had veterans on this team though. Unlike
this year. No, I'm saying in the past you're talking about why you kind of faded them. It was just tough. I understand why you went for them this year, but it was just kind of tough to go after a team that's got these guys who have their eye on the next step. And what do they have to play? You get like, you want to win, and we've seen freshmen like go all in, like one and done guys go all in. Like it's happened before, but you can't.
Yeah, Mello.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but you can't always rely on that though. Eventually their instinct is going to kick in. Like if I get hurt, if I go all out and I get hurt, like I'm not going to get paid. I mean, eventually I get paid, but the playing not to get hurt is such a drag on some of these things.
Yeah.
If I can talk Yanks for 2 seconds, I can't fucking go 10. I can't go an hour and 11 minutes without talking Yanks. That's like this. That's their fucking problem. Like everything is planning on injuries. Everybody's planning just for who's going to get hurt next. Like the whole infield situation. Like it's LeMahieu and Torres, Rizzo, Donaldson, and Duhar, Khalifa. Voit is hanging around. The whole thing is like, oh, somebody's getting hurt. Well, can't we plan? Like something's wrong there. Can we plan on somebody playing 158 games? Like for once, why are we planning on people getting hurt? Like that's baked into the plan. Your plan's a problem. Judge is gonna get hurt at some point. Stanton, no, that's not good. It's not
Toronto.
Why are you hanging on to them then? If these guys are always gonna get hurt, and if you have to plan around their injuries constantly, and even when they're not hurt, you're like, all right, well, at some point they're gonna get hurt. We got to deal with it. Maybe those aren't the guys you want on your team, and like building your team.
Yeah, I wonder when that discussion started taking place, because I mean, you go back to Ripken, and obviously he's the extreme example. Like for 15 years,
you're talking about Orioles legend Billy Ripken, right?
Right, of course, the Billy Ripken instructional videos,
right?
the Tom Amansky.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like, when did that start? Like, because obviously, like, and Ripken wasn't the only guy playing 162, like in the 80s and 90s.
No, I think the case.
Was it money? Does it come down to like how much the investment, that the owners have in these guys, that they want to keep them? Is it A-Rod's fault?
Probably. Oh, everything's A-Rod's fault. But to me, if you're going to pay a guy X amount of money, aren't you paying him to play? Like, what are you protecting your investment for? It's like these guys who buy these expensive cars and stick them in a garage forever. Like, fucking whip that thing around. What are you going to take? You're going to die tomorrow. Just take the thing around. Take it for a spin.
Such a pretentious hobby.
If he's going to get hurt, he's going to get hurt. Right? Like, it doesn't matter if it's in game 9 because he's played 9 games, or in game 17 because you rested him every other day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're so worried about that wear and tear. I mean,
oh, man, it's fucking play.
Fucking stretch.
God damn. Fucking stretch is right. And that, I mean, just from an average schlub like myself, like I'd kill to have that job where I get to play a game. I know it's whatever. It's a hard game. It is a job, blah, blah, blah. I know. You come and do my job, and I'll go and do your job, and let's see how you like that. All right, pal? Yeah. I'd kill to have your fucking job. So
yeah.
I would want to play every day.
Of course. I mean, it's a rhythm sport. I don't know. Yeah, of course.
Oh, I mean, if I was playing hoops, I'd want to play every day.
I was just going to say, the NBA, I think, may have started this even before. Maybe Popovich with the Spurs. And they're like the model franchise. They may have been the team that really started the whole load management.
I give him a little bit of like Duncan was older at the time. It wasn't like he was doing it when Duncan was 26, right?
Yeah, no, he wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's just how the game is nowadays, and it's not changing.
I mean, look, I know again, talk about extreme examples, but like Jordan on the Wizard played 80 games, 79 games, 82 games.
Jordan, his second run with the Bulls didn't miss a game, playoffs, regular season.
Yeah,
it was 3.5 years.
He didn't come back and was like, I'll play 78% of the games, kind of get my feet.
Literally 100% of the games he played.
Yeah, they just came back and was like, I'm playing all the time. We're gonna win. That was it. And again, Jordan's the extreme example, and that's like a different type of personality that you just don't see every day. I mean, that's a very
and that may be and maybe people look at that and they're like, well, Jordan, physically still had it, but like he retired twice fairly young. Like I think he forget about physically, like he mentally, I think, exhausted himself.
Sure.
And part of it was, the Bulls organization kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to bring Phil back, and Scotty had his thing going on. But I think the way Jordan pushed himself, it made it. I want to say, like, I don't know if it's the right word, but it made it easier for him to kind of walk away because he was just it's just hard. Like, it was a hard grind.
So but these guys, if you want to talk about money, and I'm not going to take any money out of your pocket, but if that's what you're concerned about, like an extra 3 years, extra 4 years, like if you're
that's what it is. That's what it is.
But if you can't make the money that you're going to make, if you have a 12-year career or 15-year career, if you can't make that money work for you, or if you can't parlay your career into something else, like, that's on you, man. Like,
it shouldn't be that hard, man. Just invest that shit.
Everybody that I always get a good account. Everybody that okay, so the thing, did you watch the Showtime, the second episode, the Showtime thing?
Not yet, no.
I mean, whatever. It's not really spoilers, but like Magic's mom wanted him to finish school, and it was you gotta have something to fall back on. Basketball's not forever. Like now, it's like they're hanging on to it forever, but it's not forever. So I don't know what like the extra 3 years is going to do to your career or to your bottom line, basically.
Yeah,
spend the time trying to figure out what to do next, and stop trying to hang on to something that's definitely going to end at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Mark Teixeira spent his whole career trying not to get injured, and he retired at like 36. So it's just no. If you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get hurt.
What do you feel about Teixeira? What are your feelings on Mark Teixeira?
He's never gonna be.
Don't tell me how good his glove was. I know he was good.
Great glove, but no, I think the fact that they won in 2009 helps him out a lot.
Yeah,
and I think just like bringing him over, first baseman, switch hitter, you put him as your 3 hitter. I think his first 3 years, maybe 4 years, he was very good, but then he just fell off a cliff.
Yeah,
I think he added years to Jeter and A-Rod's career with his defense.
Sure. Yeah.
He's never going to be the most popular Yankee because he's more of a hired gun, and I don't know. He seems like kind of a douche, but
definitely seems douchey. Yeah, for sure.
He definitely seems like he bought a house in Greenwich. I think he just seems like that button-up, like douche type of guy. But I mean. What can they won in 2009, walk-off homer against the Twins, big home run off Pedro in Game 2. That's it. I have my problems with him too, but like I try and focus on like the positive.
Yeah.
He's not the most popular guy. Like it's all right to say.
I mean, yeah, but he's also as he might have extended A-Rod's career. I mean, A-Rod kind of saved him as being the biggest dick in the history of the sport. So we don't even think about Teixeira in that context.
Well,
we're never going to kill Teixeira. Never gonna kill Teixeira like you're gonna kill A-Rod.
No, A-Rod, because A-Rod is just the worst. We know that. I mean, what did Teixeira do that was that bad? He just like comes off as just
comes
prick,
off
right?
This seems very like you said. This seems douchey. I
He
don't even
seems
think
douchey.
about because I think of him as a douche now. I don't think of him as like the ball player he was. It's weird.
Well, his last few years were really bad.
Yeah.
And he fell off a cliff. Like he could have argued if you look at like the first half of his career, he was like Hall of Fame bound.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're losing you now? Uh-oh. I gotta get the producer on this one.
I
gotta wake up the producer.
Too hard on Teixeira?
What's that?
I thought we went too hard on Teixeira. YouTube was taking it down.
He's got friends in high places.
Jesus, fucking Illuminati. Mark Teixeira.
Yeah,
who knew?
You said uh-oh, and I whipped around. I thought something happened in the game.
No. No, we lost a little bit of connection there.
That happens.
But yeah, I mean, he's a hired gun to share. That's all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, you know what? You know what actually makes you miss Teixeira is like watching Voit for the last 5 years. That's what makes you miss Teixeira.
Well, that's the thing with him was like, no matter how bad he got at the plate, he could always pick it. You're always going to have that going for you.
That's what. Yeah, exactly. That's what I like. Like his defense. Defense doesn't take a day off. So
right, you're not a complete waste out there every day. Help your team win in other ways.
Right.
Which that's the conversation for another day. But the sport is going away from that. But we can complain about baseball for hours on end, and we have all summer to do that.
I have a few. Switch back to basketball real quick.
Yeah, no, this is basketball's day. Yes,
I have a few spreads for Saturday.
Oh yeah, all right, let's go. I'm in.
All right, Tennessee, Michigan.
Okay, hang on a second. Tennessee, Michigan. Michigan come off a win. Tennessee is
also coming off a win.
3. Right, of course. Hello. 3 seed, right? 11-3. How it is? Tennessee by 3.5.
Tennessee -6.
Well, okay. All right.
The Spiders of Richmond playing Providence where's this game? Is that Buffalo? I think it's where UConn played today. It is in.
Don't guess with your heart.
Buffalo. Yeah, it's Buffalo. KeyBank Arena.
Providence by. Whew. How much respect do they give the Spiders? Or lack thereof? Man, this is impossible to guess. Providence by 7.
Providence by 3.
Wait.
Odds makers don't love Providence.
All right. Yeah. No, I hear you.
I like Richmond.
I love Richmond. I'm in on Richmond.
2 more. I got Gonzaga, Memphis. Fucking back.
Gonzaga by 6.5.
10.5.
Man, oh man. All right.
One more.
I gotta think about people. Okay. All right. This one I gotta nail because I'm embarrassed of myself.
North Carolina, Baylor. Here comes Vermont.
How much respect does Carolina get? And plus their named team. So you figure that gets the public team gets a few points for consideration, a point or 1.5. I don't know. 4.5. Baylor 4.5.
5.5.
Oh shit! All right, I'll take it. I'll take the point differential. They didn't go over. Price is Right rules. Only off by $1.
Oh man, Vermont just tied it up. Vermont came out hot. Came out of the half hot.
All right,
UCLA's down at the half.
Yeah, I saw San Fran Murray on.
I'm flipping all around.
Professional flipper.
Professional.
One thing you can always rely on you with the remote. Well, no, you can't. You faltered a few times with the remote. I got to kind
Once
of
in a while, man. I mean, geez.
No, I'm just saying it happens. You're not perfect. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm not. No.
It's more of a substance issue than a instinct issue, though.
Yeah, I mean, even Willie Mays fell down in center field once.
Yeah, but your problems are more like Mickey Mantle's problems in center field.
Well, I'm glad to be in the same sentence as either.
Your problem's more like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Shit. I thought something would come to me as I was winding up that.
Nah,
sentence.
I mean, it's the worst. You string along a sentence and then nothing comes. It's
I thought I had something. I thought I had something in my pocket, but I couldn't come up with anything. I got lint. Came up with lint.
You got one hand in your pocket.
Another one.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah. All right. So much hoops left. I want to hang out for hoops, but I mean, what the fuck else we talk about?
I mean, there's over 2 hours left.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess before we close this out,
Jameson. All right.
One more for the crowd.
This is a bottle you got me on DPW. I just cracked it open. I thought this was a regular Doers, but blended.
Wow.
They're not a sponsor, but I'll do them a solid.
Oh, nice.
Fuck is the camera on this thing?
Same. What? How is it?
It's good. I mean, it tastes like regular Doers, I think. I guess it's a little smoother, but it's Doers. I mean, it's what you ordered.
Good.
It's a good fucking slogan right there.
It's a good one. That is a good one. It's what you ordered. I like it. Well done. This is how Mad Men are always drinking all the time. This is how they came up with other ideas. Draper wasn't drinking because he liked drinking. He drinking because that would help the creative process.
Right. That place would have went out of business in like 3 months if they didn't drink.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Seagrams.
Yeah. They would have found a way to work from home if they couldn't drink in the office. 1960.
No, they wouldn't have found a way because if you couldn't drink in the office. By the way, something very embarrassing happened today. So, do you know, it was Maggie Gray.
Speaking of embarrassing.
Maggie Gray. Oh, no. Clicking off. This break is brought to you by Doers Scotch, 12-year-old double-barreled, 12 years age, double-barreled.
One,
what
two.
you ordered. Oh, no, I did a Fugazi and stuttering read for Doers. So it was like a clip that I came across, and it was Maggie Gray of did she still work at the Fan? I have no idea what she does now.
She's with CBS. She basically switched spots with Tiki and Tierney.
I got you. Okay. Oh, okay. So she works for the same company but different. Okay.
I don't know who she works with though.
Well, she had one of the guys that's on the Dan Patrick show, one of the Danettes. And she was like, oh, well, it's St. Patrick's Day, so we're doing a taste test. And they had the reason I clicked on it because they had 3 red cups in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing a taste test, and because it's St. Patrick's Day, and because we can't drink beer in the office, we're doing this green drink. And I clicked off it. I'm like, if you can't you have? You're in that business. Is there no leeway? You can't have a beer on the air? Like how little do they trust people to have a drink on the air?
What even? Dan Patrick's on his own now, right? Isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know why this guy was there. He was just there.
Yeah, I've often thought about that too. I don't know why you can't just have a taste.
I mean, you're doing it for the show too. It's for content. You're not going to be pounding it.
Yeah, and if it becomes an everyday thing where you're fucking showing up to work hammering every day, then you're out. You're gone.
Yeah.
You just got to prove that you're trustworthy. You're a professional.
Hammered. Yeah. I wonder about that. Like those guys in the morning show, like they're definitely hungover sometimes, right? Like a little bit.
Boomer and Gio?
Yeah.
Nah,
You don't think Boomer's a little hungover sometimes? Him, I've heard it in his voice. I mean, he might just be tired because he works these crazy hours, but
maybe, I don't know. Do Norwegians drink?
Yeah, Bushmills, right?
Yeah, I don't see Boomer as a big drinker.
I think he's a cocktail here and there.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think he's a teetotaler, but
he mixes it. He mixes it up with some of those old school radio guys.
Oh no, I'm sure he's like a brown guy. I just don't think he's like a drinker.
I'd be curious.
And Gio, I don't know. Some people can't handle it when they get older, you know?
That's fair. That's fair. A lot of guys get older, they kind of slow down. I mean, you got to slow down.
I've heard.
Bit, but, they just tune off completely sometimes.
Yeah, some people can't handle like the it's not so much the drinking, it's the bounce back the next day.
Well, it definitely gets harder bouncing back.
Yeah, but if you drank the way you did when you were 22, yeah. But don't you know your limits better when you get older?
You would think so, yeah.
Like if you drank tonight the way you did on a Thursday night during the tournament when you were 21, you wouldn't be able to make it to work Monday, never mind Friday.
Like we would get a handle of, I don't know what. You name it.
Majorska.
Rum. No, it's like rum, I think. We do rum and cokes.
Oh, we did actually hang out on a Thursday of the tournament on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Vermont. It was Vermont.
Yes.
I might live bet Vermont now. TJ Sorenstein, Taylor.
Wow.
I don't know. TJ Sorenstein. He had a bomb against Syracuse.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
There's another guy too who was better. I can't think of his name. Taylor something. And
you drank like you did as a quasi college kid.
Right. I was 17 and
oh, nice look. Do you remember what we drank that night? Do you remember what we like?
I think it was. I don't know if that was the handle night, but it was. It was a lot of booze.
There's a lot of handle nights. But we would basically just me and a buddy would, before going out on a Thursday night, would sit down with the Cokes or the handle of whatever. Maybe it was like Bacardi, like Superior or something like that. Oh, and just basically do like half and halves on a pint glass until it was gone, and then go to the bar
with a handle. That's hardcore.
It was not healthy, to say the least. But he's drinking in Ireland right now, and I'm here drinking with you. Man. So
Ireland would be fun to go to for the pubs. I don't know what the hell. Sure. What's that? What else is in Ireland? Like the Notre Dame,
rolling fields, nice,
a lot of green grass.
Yeah, nice views, donkeys and stuff, potatoes. I think
I would just end up in pubs. That's it.
Oh, the pubs are the culture, man. Yeah, see, they embrace their culture over there.
Yeah,
they're proud of our culture. Here, we run away from it.
We don't really have an identity, though.
No, but I mean, our identity is that we are such a mix, and we just run away. We run towards differences rather than embrace the differences. Like we run to our
actually
corner.
Embrace the things we have in common.
Well, twofold. Definitely embrace the things you have in common. Embrace the things, and it starts with sport. Sport's the great unifier. The great unifier starts there. Okay, then you have all these pride days, whatever. Like we have St. Patrick's Day, you have Columbus Day. It's a problem. Indigenous Peoples Day. Like why are the Indians and the Italians butting heads over these fucking days? It makes no sense.
Something that happened 600 years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, why not embracing these things? I'm fine with being proud of your culture and stuff like that. But like, invite everybody in. Like St. Patrick's Day does that part right, where it's like everybody's Irish today. Come on over, everybody's Irish. That's the only one who does it. And now, of course, as an Italian, I'm nothing to do with it. But outside of what I'm doing here, it's like rather than run away from the things that like other cultures are proud of, like say, look, this is what we are. This is America. We are built on different people. That's just how we are. We've always said melting pot. You're tired, you're poor, you're all that kind of shit, But then everybody gets here and it's like, oh, I don't like that guy. 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 Talk about like the injuries and where did that go? Like 30 years ago, you were able to make like Polish jokes and stuff like that. People would laugh at, I don't think the Polish people were like that pissed about it.
Not that they ever told me. No,
I sat in an Italian. This is gonna sound like one of those. This is gonna be a bad story. People like it sounds like they make shit up to make them like sound like, oh yeah, I have a friend that said this was okay, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's gonna sound like that. But it's a true story. So when I was growing up, we belonged to like an Italian club, right? So we'd go to the first Tuesday night of the month was dinner with just the guys. And I sat there, and then a guy who was like a guest was telling jokes about Italians there. And everybody was laughing about it.
Right, of course.
Like it was just busting balls. Like nobody cared. He was in a room, he was a non-Italian in a room full of Italians. And he's telling jokes like, why do so many Italians have mustaches?
Why?
Because they don't look like their mothers. So that's guys were cracking up about that shit, just busting balls, man. So
I mean, it's all in fun. It's all in fun,
right? But like everybody got so sensitive about it, and like you make a joke and somebody's offended, and it's like if we can't laugh at ourselves, we're never going to survive.
I work in like a small office where it's just like me and my boss and like other small businesses around us. We move buildings now, but there's other small businesses.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like a tight-knit community, and like attorney down the hall from us in the old building we worked in was Jewish. Mm-hmm. So like we would always throw around like Jew jokes and Italian jokes, and it was usually like him starting it with the Jew. Like it was, you always throw it around. It's funny. The stereotypes are funny, if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, unless don't base your beliefs off them, but if you got
don't burn a cross.
unless you're telling a joke.
Yeah.
Unless it's the payoff. As
long as it's in the name of humor.
That's like the first season of the Gemstones. Everything that happened, he was like, "Oh, we're just kidding around. It's just a prank I play with my friends." Like ran him up the road. Oh, it's just a car prank. Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, it just depends on. Yeah, it depends on the. Sometimes it's a little generational.
Yeah, but just those differences though that kind of all right. That's what makes up the culture, and then you have like, do we have an American culture? Kind of.
Yeah,
not really, kind of. But I mean, you got to work a little harder at it than what we've done so far, and that is by actually taking pride in the things that we all kind of come together on. And the Super Bowl is one of them. The tournament's the other one. Let's fucking get together on that, please.
Right. If we can't all get excited about Vermont as a 13th seed, I don't want to live in this country.
You're moving to Canada? If we don't get excited about Vermont collectively?
I mean, maybe Vermont may as well be Canada.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah. Weed is legal up there, too.
Canada.
Right? Is it weed legal up there?
Is it weed legal in Canada?
No, in Vermont.
Oh, it sounds right. Should be.
It should be. Yep. Soon in Connecticut. It's coming.
Man, I won't hold my breath, but
We just opened a dispensary in Stanford that I just think it's acting as medical right now, but I'm pretty sure they're lining up for the real deal.
From your lips to God's ears.
Let's see. Let's end on a positive note here.
Yes, please.
All right.
10th time that a 15 seed won. Just got the stat.
You said 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
10th time.
Okay.
St. Peter's, the Peacocks.
I mean, these fucking websites are the worst.
Shaheen Holloway, that's the coach. Is he a player?
I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, he went to Seton Hall.
Oh. Should sound familiar.
He played in the NBA. No, he didn't.
Shaheen Holloway. When did he play the Hall?
96 to 2000.
All right, right before I got there. Right as I got there.
Yeah, and then he played, it looks like, in Europe, maybe? Turkey? I don't know where the hell these teams are. And then he was an Iona assistant, Seton Hall assistant. Seton Hall assistant for a while. Then he's been at St. Peter since 2018. He was third team all Big East, 98.
Shaheen Holloway. All right.
I don't remember Shaheen Holloway, got to be honest. St. Peter's viewing party in Jersey City. I guess that's where it is. So St. Mary's at the half. Akron should be starting up soon, and Vermont and Arkansas are right in the middle. Smack dab in the middle of the madness.
All right. Well, sorry. Guess we're not gonna. Guess we're not.
We're not going to the dispensary.
It's not going to be great news. I don't think.
When did it get voted in? What election was that? 20.
Well, as of January 1st this year, I think it's like, I don't know, laws loosened. I don't know. It's very confusing. Purchasing legal marijuana will not be available in retail stores until mid-2022 or later.
I'm going to say later.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Meanwhile, they voted in like 6 hours to get the clocks forward forever now.
Oh, we're not doing daylight savings anymore?
I think Biden has to sign off on it, but yeah.
Oh my God. Come on. I'm not saying I'm pro daylight savings time. All I'm saying is you're a fucking dick if you complain about it. What's the fucking inconvenience? Seriously. What's the big fucking inconvenience in your life? Is it stupid? Yes. Does it really make that big of a difference in your life? No, unless you're a fucking asshole.
I will say, like, first time I noticed this year, I really did notice this year, like, my kids, like, the couple days after, just did not get up at the usual times at all. They definitely, like, it definitely affected them.
Right, and they're children, and these are adults complaining.
They didn't complain. I'm just saying I noticed that.
I noticed it with my dog, because my dog, like clockwork, 6 a.m. has to eat. Mm-hmm. With daylight savings, it was 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. Dog adjusted. 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, for some reason, they can't get past it.
Oh, yeah.
Dog's fine. A puppy, year-old, adjusted. Humans.
Problem.
With, like, real responsibilities. out there in the real world can't adjust.
I did hear something like suicide rates go up around daylight savings. I don't know.
Good. That was wrong. That was fucked up.
It was really fucked up. Jeez.
UConn lost it. Give me a break.
You had the internal conversation with yourself. I thought you were at peace with that.
Not when your season ends, though. Like, that's different.
I think people just don't like the lights changing and
deal with it. I mean, all the things that's wrong, all the shit that's wrong in the world, you're complaining about daylight savings.
So do you have a problem with Congress wasting time on it?
Yes, I have a huge problem with it. It's ridiculous. Oh my God!
Look, if anything,
I have a huge problem with us wasting our time with it right now.
If anything, it showed that Congress can get something done.
Right, the important stuff.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Daylight savings. I mean, Jesus.
It's nice to see them productive in some way down there.
It's like, you know what else I can't stand are people. Now, I've never been like overseas to Europe or anything, but people who go out west or go east to west and have the time change and they complain about that. It's like, just
complaining.
The stuff people complain about. I really don't understand. Maybe I don't know if this makes me a positive guy or a negative guy, but I'm like I'm a big picture guy. Like, I think about the fucked up shit in the world. Well, I can't think about daylight savings.
I think it's also just you accept things as they are. Like, why complain about it? Just deal with it and move on with your day, move on with your life. Like, why complain about it? You're not changing it. It's not worth complaining about. It's very easy to deal with.
Yes.
And then it's over.
At worst, it's a minor inconvenience.
I will say it does make my job easier, but I'm not going to get into that. But it does make my job easier.
With that, no daylight savings?
Yeah, that is without the clock change. Yeah, come next November, it saves me a little bit of a headache, and next March.
Well, yeah, and then as much as I'm yelling and screaming about it, once it's gone, that's it. I'm never gonna complain about it again. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, we got to bring it back.
Right? No. But at the same time, it was just part of my job. I had to do it, and same thing. I just dealt with it, every 6 months, and it was over, and that was fine. Nobody ever knew that it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Took added a little time to my day, but that's fine. That was all part of it. But now it makes my job a little bit easier. That part of my job a little bit easier. Twice a year, great. Thanks. But again,
Congress.
I wasn't taking it to the Supreme Court or anything.
No. Of course not. Once we solve daylight savings, then we'll get to the gas and oil prices. First things first, though. First things fucking first.
Yeah. Let's get the important shit out of the way.
Let's get the important shit.
You don't pay an extra $25 at the pump, right? Great. Deal with it.
Even gas, I'm kind of getting tired of people complaining about. It's fucking awful, but it's just like one of those like topics that just it's a lightning rod.
Yeah, exactly. It's just something for people to fucking bitch about. It sucks when you deal with it. Happened in the 70s and happening now. Let's deal with it.
Yeah. Right.
And the people in the 70s didn't have the luxury of tweeting about it.
Oh, God.
Instead, what's his name wrote songs about it? American Pie.
Bob Dylan?
McLean.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dylan probably did too.
Mm-hmm.
Much better than a tweet.
I would say.
Oh, so I got here. This is the perfect time to do it. Hour and 50 minutes in. I have a great business idea.
Okay.
Really, I think could be a good business idea. If you steal it, just cut me in.
Well, don't release. I don't know if you should release it on YouTube.
I mean, if you're watching at $1.49 on our show, you're in our inner circle, so I'll know if you get rich off it.
All right. Sure. Business idea?
Yeah. When you die, we offer you a service to scrub all your social media.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
Because, like, I hate
porn history, too.
People go... That could be part of the service if you want us to erase, like, your history. But if you're still...
I think your porn history is something, like, nobody should ever see. I would never want to see someone's porn history.
If you were whacking at, like, 75, though, before you kick it...
I just meant, like, in general.
I mean, you're not doing it daily? Scrubbing daily?
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do?
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, I'm assuming it's all in your browser. You wouldn't want anybody stumbling upon it accidentally.
I mean, it wouldn't be a problem. It would just be like people. I would be hard not to look at someone differently after seeing their history.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Wouldn't want that at all.
Like, it could be the same video I was watching, and I would still think less of you. I'd be like, oh, dirty motherfucker.
Could never watch that video again.
Right.
Ruin the experience.
Right.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you could add the scrubbing your internet history, sure. But just, I want, like, Twitter, if I have, like, a Facebook, whatever you have. Like, there's so many of these products now. The TikTok, the Instagram, this, that. I don't want that all out there for the world to see after I'm dead. It's forever unless you do something about it.
Right.
It should be a self-destruct thing on these things.
Mission Impossible, yeah.
Actually, I mean, that's what they should be. All these things should fucking self-destruct after X amount of time. 6 months, a year, 2 weeks, I don't care. Like, if you don't log on to this thing for 2 weeks, you should be able to put it in there. If I don't log on here for 2 weeks, blow it up.
That's never how it works, though.
No, they want you forever.
Right. Auto renew.
Yeah. But with all this shit, yeah, that's a good point. And even with, like, I'm sure, like, lawyers handle this stuff now. You probably don't need a service
social media stuff?
Probably. Like, especially if you're, like, a famous person, they probably deal with their lawyers. But at the same time, like, your Bob Saget, he's dead. Like, if I'm not talking for him specifically, like, or like what he might want. I'm just saying, if I am in that position, I want my shit gone. Like, I don't want people going back to my tweets. I don't like, let's remember Bob Saget on this day he tweeted this. Like, I don't want that kind of shit.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
I wonder if you can make a killing with that service, or if lawyers kind of deal with that on with their clients, or you just tell your lawyer to take care of it.
I don't know.
Because they already have like that privacy built in to their service.
Right. So I don't know how that works, the social media aspect.
They get the passwords, they get the emails, they get everything if you really want it done. Ask your boss tomorrow. Tell me you got an idea. I'll be the idea guy, you be the law guy, we'll get a tech guy. And then we just need a money guy.
Money guy, most important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're calling it quits in a minute here. We got Arkansas is up 5 after a free throw miss.
Mm-hmm.
San Fran, Murray State's a 1-point game. The second half about to start. Akron up 2. Akron up 2 on UCLA.
Yeah, you know LeBron's going to tweet about them. That'll make you want to root for UCLA here. Piece of shit.
Akron, where LeBron ran away from multiple times.
Right. He's putting a museum there, right?
The very proud LeBron. Oh, is there going to be a picture of him wearing a Yankee hat at an Indians playoff game?
It might be, yeah. It's the LeBron James Museum.
Wait. That was called the LeBron James Museum?
I think he's literally putting a museum in Akron.
No, I thought the name of it was the LeBron James Museum.
Oh, it might be.
But what's in? Is it just LeBron James stuff? I mean, not knowing.
Yeah,
the
he's
game.
getting his. He's literally. I know it sounded like a like a throwaway joke, but he's putting a museum of like his own shit in Akron. It's a true story. That is a true story.
Was Yogi Berra alive when the Yogi Berra Museum propped up?
Yeah.
He was like 87. He was like 87 years old.
Yeah, it's in Jersey.
And his
somewhere.
life was over basically, and he was like, "All right, it's time to wrap it up." And
it's where him and George mended fences. Susan Waldman brought them together.
Right.
All the dramatic things.
What's the difference between Yogi and LeBron?
LeBron's like 36.
Yeah.
Yogi didn't run away from New York twice.
The museum's not even in New York. It's in fucking Wayne, New Jersey or something.
Right. Yep, that's LeBron.
36 years old and make a museum about yourself?
Yeah, I got to know more about LeBron's like life growing up, like his home life. He seems like someone dropped the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
What's his deal with his father? Where's his father?
I have no idea.
Might be the problem.
There's a lot of guys from single mothers that aren't like that, though. A lot of like Durant's not like that.
Is he a single mother guy?
Yeah, remember you're the MVP.
Oh, he said that about his mother?
Yeah.
I forgot that.
I don't get it. I get being concerned about your legacy and stuff, but I mean, like a museum about yourself, that blows my mind. Just how do you think that much of yourself to do that? Like Yogi doing it, it's a lot different. At that point in his life, he has grandchildren, great-grandchildren. He has got a legitimate legacy. He's a Yankee for life. He's got a hometown, and I'm sure there was like a little pushback. Whatever. I'm not going to try to get the head of Yogi Berra when he did the museum, but there's a lot different between a guy who's 80-something years old and a guy 36 years old doing a museum about himself. Especially a guy like Yogi, who was very self-depreciating, never took himself very seriously at all. And LeBron, super serious, takes himself, he wants to be seen as a certain way, takes himself very seriously. Is a big, big difference between the two of those things. So am I against doing the museum? Not really. Is it a weird time to do it while you're still playing? Very much so. Are you way too young to do it? Yes, you are. And
put it in LA.
Does it come across as completely big-headed at this point in your career? Especially in the middle of a season like they're having right now where everything's in disarray in Los Angeles? Yes. It's really just
it's going to open next year.
If you retired and they announced it like after his retirement, I'd feel a lot different about it. I'd still feel like it's weird, but I mean, Yogi lived a life when he did it. And there's books about Yogi and quotes. There's just books full of Yogi quotes. It's getting later.
I have one of them upstairs.
Bathroom
Taking
book?
a big sip.
Bathroom book?
No, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
That's a good toilet book, though.
That should put it on the toilet. That's a great book. It's just Yogi quotes.
Yeah, throw it on the back there. Very easy to skim through as you're sitting there. You don't have to worry about thinking too much.
All right. When you have a fork in the road, take it.
Yeah.
Yogi quote.
I'm sure he's had a good one about using the job, too.
It's somewhere, yeah.
90% of the game is half metal.
Nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded. That's a good one. That's one to live by.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh, man. It's just weird timing. But no, I'm not. Let's go UCLA, bottom line.
Yes.
Where he would have gone to Duke if he went to school? LeBron?
Of course.
See, all the Krzyzewski hate. I will say that Kobe loved Krzyzewski. Kobe never played his second of college ball.
Coach K caught some shit because he coached the Olympic team more than once, though. 3 times he coached them.
Why did he catch shit? Who gave him shit?
Because I apparently Bob Knight gave him shit because you're supposed to only be one and done. When I heard Bob Knight didn't like it, I agreed with it. Like Chuck Daly only did it once.
Yeah, but why? But why is that? Why is that rule only once though? The players don't only play once.
I don't know. Apparently, it's one of those like unwritten rules.
But I mean, what? It's really, I don't know. The Olympics in 1988 is so much different than the Olympics now, and especially basketball from 92 on. I don't know. All those rules kind of go out the window, I think.
I don't even know who coached them half the time. I know Chuck Daly because it was the Dream Team,
yeah.
I don't even know who coached them.
Wasn't Krzyzewski? Wasn't USA Basketball kind of had like a camp like for a couple years there? I think like Durant was involved, LeBron, Carmelo, all those guys. I forget who was running it. Jerry Colangelo or something like that.
It sounds right.
Colangelo was running it. I think it was. They're probably just trying to put together like some kind of consistency with it. Oh, whatever. My point was like of all the shit that we give Krzyzewski, I do kind of keep in mind that Kobe spoke very highly of him, and that is pure basketball. I mean, maybe it's man to man because Kobe was a little deeper than just hoops, but
yeah,
I mean, on a pure basketball level, he definitely had a lot of respect for him. So I always kind of keep that in mind with Coach K. It's tough for me to. I mean, I'd still like to rip him, and I'm still rooting for Fullerton, Fullerton. But he's one of those guys that I'm sure if you get him in a room and hear what he has to say, like one-on-one, I'm sure it's sure he's got some golden nuggets in there.
Oh yeah, I mean he's got some stories, I'm sure.
But we'll get him going about Bobby Knight.
Yeah, big falling out, big time.
All right. Well, 2 hours, man. 2 hours live on the air on YouTube.com. We did it.
Marathon.
We didn't set out to do it, but we did it. Good one. We did a live show on Sunday. This was our first true Thursday live show, though. It's our first. We're going to try to do this going forward, I think. Thursday live. Hopefully we get. Hopefully you tune in with us and have a drink here and there. And we'll go shorter. We won't do 2 hours every week, but
that's special. It's a holiday.
Not special. Not special. You said don't call shit special.
It's not. It's a holiday.
It's a holiday. Yes.
Not a special holiday. It's just a holiday.
Well, that's. I think if anything comes out of this show, I think it's the fact that we need to embrace. We need to embrace what makes this country special, and we need to embrace the cultural things in this country. And it starts with sport. With sport. I mean, you can talk about jazz. You can talk about, the Great American Hamburger. It starts with sports, and sports brings us together. That's what we need in this country right now. So let's petition for a Super Bowl holiday. Let's petition for March Madness holiday. Let's embrace it. Bring us all together. Don't run away from it, America. Thanks for tuning in to Sunday Pour. We appreciate you spending the time, whether it was 2 minutes or 2 hours with us, as always. Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, just thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Long weekend of games upcoming. Enjoy the action, and we will talk to you Sunday, Monday. We'll see. We'll talk to you at some point.
You can count on it.